Sparks flew before my very eyes, and I could hear the shrill clang of weapons cleaving through the still air. I passed Lover's Hill and made my way deep into the mountains. Both the chief and Kureha were confronting their prey, their ninja sword and bow shuriken at the ready.
なかなかやるでござるね。拙者の回転宮内6連をすべて弾き返すとは。
お前はどこのお庭番衆だ。まあいい。そうやって余裕でいられるのも今のうち。
Kureha reached for the pouch fastened to her arm, pulled out a handful of needles, and fired them in the chief's direction.
くらい無限針。
Needles of various shapes and sizes launched from Kureha's hands. It looked like a machine gun had fired a barrage of bullets as Kureha's weapons propelled through the air. But
甘い。
mere seconds before the needles made impact, the chief took cover in the shade of the trees and vanished. Not a moment later did he circle behind Kureha and swing his ninja sword down upon her shoulder.
これでしまいでござる。
Whoa, that's far enough.
何者？
It's presumptuous to think I will name myself just because you asked, but allow me to fill you in. The Oni mask which dances in the dark of night, and the Shutendoji of lore who sobs on the moon's reflection. The world-famous master thief, Phantom Thief Ura, has arrived.
主は。
Hey, looks like we meet again, young imposter. Also, chief of the Sakagami Ninja Squadron.
お主一体何のつもりでござる？なぜ偽物を助けるような真似を？
She and I need to have quick chat.
話。
Yup, we've got something important to discuss. Now that I had the chief's full, undivided attention, I leaped down from the trees and stepped in between them. Okay, now, let's take a step back and calm down. Let's start by having you put down your weapon there, Chief. It'll be bad if someone gets hurt. I did. There was something we needed to talk about.
怪盗裏。邪魔をするようなら、お主も一緒に捕まえるでござるよ。
Whoa, what's that scary look for? Well, now that I can actually see your face under that mask.
それで一本取ったつもりでござるか。まったく笑えないでござるよ。
It made you laugh though, didn't it? The drastic change in mood likely meant negotiating was possible. Better get this discussion over with before the chief changed his mind. What are you fidgeting for? Need the bathroom?
違う。私も前に話があったんだ。それでこれ読んでください。
Kureha bent her waist at the right angle and held out a white envelope to me. Although she'd already spoiled me earlier on its contents, it did make my heart race and felt as though I was getting a real love letter. Can I open it?
でも難しいから人がいないところで読んでくれ。そこに私の今の気持ちが書かれている。
何この雰囲気。まさかの告白タイムでござるか。ヒューヒュー。 茶化すな。これはそういうのではない。
I know, I'd assume you've elaborated on why you've been using my name.
さすがは裏。何でもお見通しだな。
なんだ、告白ではなかったでござるか。ある意味安心したでござる。で、その文にはなんと。
Well, wait, I'll read it now. I opened the envelope and looked over the letter. The note described everything Kureha had told me previously, and only made her that much more credible in my eyes. I see, you need the mystic treasures in order to save your father. Is that right?
そうだ。事情は分かってくれたか。
Yes, of course.
それじゃ協力を。
Wait, you seem to be expecting something from me, but you're barking up the wrong tree. I am a phantom thief who steals mystic treasures to protect them, while you seek to use them for personal gain. These two concepts are incompatible. Find another way to repay your father's debts. This is for your own good.
そんな、お前は弱い者の味方じゃないのか。
Are you weak? You've impersonated me, slipped through the three great families' watchful eyes, and all while working diligently to rescue your father. I don't believe anyone who can manage such feats all on their own is weak. With your determination and ability to take action, I'm sure you could accomplish anything.
そんなことはない。私がここにいるのは、この道しか残されていなかったからだ。他に道を知らなかっただけだ。私は小さい頃から土蜘蛛として育てられた。秘宝を盗んで借金を返す以外に父さんを救う方法が思いつかなかった。だから特別強い意志があるわけじゃない。すごい行動力があるわけでもない。私は立ち止まるのが怖くて無理やり前へ足を進めてるだけのただの弱虫なんだ。
お虫。
The way I see it, acknowledging your weaknesses is another sign of strength. I understand what you're saying. Either way, I can't help you, and it shouldn't be my job to guide you down the right path. If you really needed help, why not ask someone close to you for advice? I'm sure you have at least one person in your life who worries about you.
身近にいる人間って誰があんな変態に相談するか。そんなことをするくらいだったら諦めた方がマシだ。
ん？誰か頼れそうな男でもいるでござるか？まさか彼氏でござるか？
違う。あいつはそういうんじゃない。そういうんじゃないんだ。
Oh, what was with this reaction? Perhaps she was a little self-conscious around me, or maybe discussing romance simply bothered her? Whichever it was, I was happy to know that I was the first person she thought of.
話に割って入ってすまぬが、拙者からも良いでござるか。もしも秘宝を諦めて怪盗家業から手を洗いたいと考えているなら、カナ様に相談してみるのも手でござるよ。
坂上かなに。
さよう。坂上家には訳ありの者が数多く集っておる。中には借金を肩代わりしてもらう代わりに力を貸している者もおる。坂上家は実力主義。来る者拒まず素性も気にせぬ。カナ様に頼めばきっとよくしてくれるでござる。
Well, isn't that nice? Why not try asking her?
拙者が口添えもする。怖がらずに、まずは門戸を叩くでござるよ。
いや、それはダメだ。坂上家は御三家の一員だ。土蜘蛛最後の生き残りである私が敵に尻尾を振るわけにはいかない。父さんだってそんなこと望んでないだろう。父さんは土蜘蛛最高を諦めていないんだから。
親父殿が土蜘蛛最高を諦めていない。なぜそう思うでござる？
このカードがその証拠だ。父さんはこのカードで小槌のありかのヒントをくれた。つまり私に一旗あげろと言っているんだ。だからまだ諦めるわけにはいかない。坂上家に尻尾を振るくらいなら、たとえ一人になっても土蜘蛛を再興してみせる。
バカな、そんなことは誰も。
御用だ御用だ。
追ってか。
Let's fall back for now. Young imposter, come with me.
待て！
I threw a smoke bomb to the ground and fled the scene. We briefly glanced back at the chief, who appeared dumbfounded and frozen in place before disappearing into the depths of the forest. We should be fine now that we've come this far. Upon making our way out of the forest and climbing a rock wall up to the plaza where azaleas blossomed, I turned to face Kureha behind me. The nighttime forest was spread out in the background behind her, and it would likely take some time before the ninjas reached this place.
助かった。 重ねて礼を言わせてもらう。
It's fine, really. Rescuing lost lambs is Phantom Thief Ura's job. As I said, we are not partnering up. However, I'd be happy to work with you if you have a change of heart and give up on the mystic treasures.
それは
Give it some thought. I'll expect an answer next time we meet. See ya. I broke away from Kureha, her hand still reaching out to me, and slipped into the forest. Phantom Thief Ura was elusive, and no one could be allowed to chase after him. Alright, I need to get back to being a hopeless, half-naked pervert. After parting with Kureha, I hurried back to the room and laid down on the tatami in only my underwear. It obviously wasn't possible to hang myself from the ceiling without help, so I would just say I struggled until I fell down. Even so.
私がここにいるのはこの道しか残されていなかったからだ。他に道を知らなかっただけだ。私は立ち止まるのが怖くて無理やり前へ足を進めてるだけ。
I never knew Kureha felt that way. Although she mentioned wanting to take over for her old man and revive the Tsuchigumo, Kureha seemed to be conflicted about that decision. She seemed convinced her dad was giving her a push on the back and forcing her to move forward, but there may still be enough time to save her. If I could just point Kureha down a different path, then I was sure. Hey, welcome back.
お前まだ起きてたのか。
Yeah, I was worried about you, so I've just been hanging out here.
心配って。
Why is your face all red?
うるさい。このタイミングでおかしなことを言うな。まったく、どうして私のそばにはこんなやつしかいないんだ。
Now that she was home, I cracked a few jokes at her expense, and it only made her well-timed reactions all the more entertaining. But the sound of it, Ura's words had touched her. That was a good sign. So, how did it go?
忍者と裏に邪魔された。
I told you so. You've got to be more careful.
うるさいな。
With that, Kureha let out a huge sigh and sat down beside me. It was funny how close she was sitting given her general aversion to physical contact. Additionally, she hadn't noticed or had yet to mention my sitting on the floor when I should have been hanging from the ceiling. I guess the events earlier must have come as a massive shock. You look super upset. Did Ura turn you down?
それは
Oh, was I right?
うるさい。お前には関係ないだろ。そもそも人に頼ろうとしたのが間違いだったんだ。これからは私一人でやる。
Is giving up on the mystic treasures and walking the respectable path not an option?
またその話か。お前も裏と同じことを言うんだな。
We do?
ああ。裏は私に秘宝を諦めて別の道を探せと言った。道が見つからないなら身近な人間に相談しろと。
Someone close to you, huh? Har har.
なんでそこで笑うんだ。
Oh, no reason.
とにかく裏のアドバイスを忍者の申し出も受け入れるわけにはいかない。私はこれまで通り小槌を狙う。
What was the ninja's advice?
現場に居合わせた坂上の忍者が言ってたんだ。うちに来れば坂上かなが借金を肩代わりしてくれるかもしれないとな。
Sounds like a good deal. Why not give it a try?
簡単に言うな。私には土ゴムとしてのプライドがある。敵に尻尾を触れるか。それにそんなことをしたらきっと父さんが悲しむだろう。
Personally, I think it's a much more reliable and safe option than targeting the mystic treasures and making enemies of the three great families.
なぜだ。
Huh?
なぜそうやって私を秘宝から遠ざけようとする。
I don't want you to get hurt, especially when we finally became friends.
友達だと。
Yeah, I do. Am I wrong for thinking that?
違うな。私とお前は打算的な関係だ。お互いの秘密を守るためのな。
That may have been the catalyst, but isn't it different now? At the very least, I consider you a friend.
そんな。勝手に思われても困る。迷惑だ。
Even so, that's how I feel, and there's no escaping it. Give it up.
いいだろ。なら嫌われることをしてやる。今日は朝までそこにいろ。自分の立場というものを再確認するんだ。
With that declaration, Kureha went back inside by herself and locked the door. Here I thought I'd been set free from being tied up all night long, but she drove my half-naked body out of the room instead. Still, she told me she'd do what she needed to make me hate her, but all she did was drive me out of the room. Her ideas were so childish and cute. Okay, guess I'll sleep on the ground for tonight. Don't freak out if you find my cold, dirty body on the ground tomorrow morning. She must have been in earshot as I heard Kureha groan from the other side of the wall. Seconds later, the sliding door opened and she tossed out a towel. What's this? Is our match over?
違う。それをかぶって寝ろって意味だ。軒先で死なれても困る。
Haha, I knew you were actually a decent person.
うるさい。もう寝ろ。
Kureha replied and slowly closed the door behind her. However, she left a crack in the door and continued to speak.
誰が何と言おう。私はこれからも小槌を狙う。お前は私に協力する義務があるんだ。
When are you going to stop relying on others?
頼るわけじゃない。私はお前を使うんだ。別に他に頼れる奴がいないからじゃないんだぞ。勘違いするなよ。
I'm content with that, at least for now. Anyway, I'm looking forward to working with you, Ku Meow. Alright, while we're at it, why don't we have a strategy meeting?
勝手に仕切るな。リーダーは私だ。まったく、お前はつくづく扱いづらいやつだな。
What's up? Want to talk outside?
バカか。こんな場所で話をしたら誰かに聞かれるだろう。着替えも終わったし、中へ入れ。
Haha, don't mind if I do. Ah, can I put on some clothes while I'm at it?
どうして裸なんだ。私遅きか。
You're the one who took my clothes off.
まあ、いいから早く中へ入れ。裸の男を戸口に立たせてたなんて噂が立ったら私生活にも支障が出る。
Even you worry about stuff like that?
私ではなくお前と葵に迷惑が。
Huh?
いや、なんでもない。とにかく上がれ。
Kureha opened the door in a huff and turned to face me.
茶漬けでいいか。
What?
夜食だ。残飯と出がらしの茶でよければ作るぞ。たくあんもつけてやろう。
Yeah, sounds good. All the food you make is delicious, so I'm looking forward to it.
ただの茶漬けだぞ。そんなに期待されても。あら。
Aha, guess you're right. It's fine though. I'm sure whatever you make will taste good.
変なプレッシャーかけるな。
Kureha stood in the doorway grumbling until I came inside. She truly was a conscientious person in everything she did. Thanks for keeping your promise. I honestly thought I'd never get to see you again.
お前を残したまま捕まるようなヘマはしない。
Oh, that was smooth. Got me choked up a little too.
うるさい。いいから飯にするぞ。私もお腹がペコペコなんだ。
Sounds like you're a healthy girl.
そういう 意地悪言うやつは飯抜きだ。ちゃんとたくあんだけ食べてろ。
What? That's cruel, Ku Meow. Ah, ouch. She gently prodded me in the head and puffed up her cheeks while closing the door. She seemed to be down in the dumps ever since she came home. Was she back to her usual grumpy self? Rather than when she was upset, Kureha was much cuter when she was a bit feisty.